Sea Milk,
Yes.
what's up?
Not much, other than the 40-degree heat we're walking through in the middle of the hot sun in Taiwan, and you getting hit by a car.
Why is he on that side of the road? Like he's on our side of the road. It's a bit weird. Anyway,
We are walking down the middle of the road,
there
vlogging.
is no sidewalk over here. I just wanted to point something out.
Okay.
The people here have no problem with us filming them.
Yeah, it's weird because when you're in China, you either are a shy filmer and you have to sneak shots, or you just give up altogether and you start filming in your house and stuff. Because when you go out, there's a certain paranoia in the air, and people will actually, be against you filming them.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just completely illegal to film.
Yeah, sure.
So that's a huge negative about mainland China.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not shy. I think that's
I
what
know.
sets me apart from other vloggers in China is that I just
but
go film
your
anyway.
average person, right?
Yeah.
Is going to be super uncomfortable doing
It's just, for instance, there was a family doing their offerings, and they have incense and
Right.
all that. Now, usually,
There's one right there.
yeah, there's one there as well. Usually, if you try to film that in mainland China, people will be like, what the hell are you doing?
Right.
But we just spoke to them and asked them, is it okay if we can film? And they're
Right.
like, yeah, sure, go
Yeah, it's
ahead.
fine.
And
All smiles.
Smile, nice.
It's taken a few days for me to get used to this, but there is no, I think the easiest way to say this, there's no paranoia in the air here.
Correct.
Nobody thinks that we have malintent when we're filming them.
Yeah, of course, we don't have malintent.
Right.
The whole point of what we do here on ADV China and on our own personal channels is we want to introduce the different culture and the different way of life
Right.
of, China and, Asian countries in general
Mhm.
to the rest of the world. We want people to understand what's going on here because it's curious and it's interesting and
Right.
it's a rich cultural history which,
Right.
it's so interesting and exciting to learn about.
Right.
But now the larger topic is I wanted to talk about self-censorship.
Something that we have to deal with on a daily basis in China.
Yeah.
And it's really kind of damaging to your personal credibility. It's like, am I saying the right thing? Or do I just avoid this altogether, right?
Yes.
And typically I've overstepped my boundaries sometimes in lieu of completely ignoring the topic. But I found more often than not, I am self-censoring often. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, let's cross over with John Edwards. I just recently did a video with CCTV, China Central Television.
Right.
They actually came to interview me. And this is a great example because, they're actually really nice people, the people that were interviewing me.
Right.
But we're busy talking about why I like Shenzhen.
Right.
Why did I choose to live in Shenzhen? That was one of the big questions.
Right.
And half of my answers, they couldn't accept them.
Right.
Because they didn't want me to talk about certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wanted to say to them, oh, I like living in Shenzhen because it's different to this part of Japan. They're like, oh, we can't talk about Japan. I'm like, come on,
Right. Right.
And, I'm coming to Taiwan. And I was saying, I love exploring. I explored Taiwan and I showed them my helmet. It's got the Taiwan written on it. It's like, sorry, no, we can't film that.
Can't even show the name of a place that exists.
No, and this this has happened before when I've been interviewed by different magazines and newspapers. What will happen is they'll basically want to show a picture of my blog or show a picture of my something.
Right.
But because my helmet says Taiwan in it, they crop that out or they just don't put it there.
Right.
There's all
Right.
sorts of things you're not allowed to talk about in China.
Right.
And it's really frustrating, especially, let's go down there. Thing is, there are all these topics that you just can't talk about or that are so sensitive that if you bring them up, it could really jeopardize your stay in China.
Right.
If you say the wrong thing, if I say the wrong thing in one of my videos,
Right.
I could get deported. It's that simple.
Right.
Because they don't need a solid reason. They could just say, oh, you're disturbing the harmony of China.
Right. That's a common thing. to
Yeah.
say.
So out you go.
Right.
And so this is quite frustrating. And I really woke up to this, having been here for a couple of days now,
Uh-huh.
and seeing our friend Prozzy, who's moved over here.
Right.
And actually looking at some of the comments he's getting. Maybe you can talk a bit about what's going on there.
So it's weird. Yeah, I would say all three of us have faced a lot of hate on all of our channels from Wumaos, but we kind of ignore it. They're paid to do it. It's just people that go out there and get paid to either tell us that we're wrong or try to steer the conversation into a pro-China format.
Yeah.
But what happened with Prozzy was he saw a massive spike in haters, basically, right?
Right.
A lot more comments that were very scathing, right?
Yes.
And a lot of people in his comment section really doing their damnedest to try to change, the Westerners' minds that were also commenting.
Yeah.
His audience. And now the problem with this, and the reason this happened, was because he moved to Taiwan.
Correct.
And in Taiwan, China has no power. The Chinese government can't do shit.
Yeah, well, they can't deport you for saying something that, airing your own opinion.
You're in a country with free speech. You're in a country with the right to pretty much film whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
It's something we've noticed. And I thought it was really interesting that they've now had to resort to stepping up that rhetoric, to be a Wu-Mao.
No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, having some discussions, because he's happy and he's pointing out the nice things that he enjoys living here, and he's making a lot of comparisons, which actually really agitates the haters. But when you're in China, they can really try to get to you because they're like, hey, you can't say that about this place, or we're going to report you. It's like them constantly trying to report me as being a spy.
Right.
Try to report me to the local police.
Right. Same with me.
I mean, the thing is, it does, as somebody if you're a reasonable person, it puts you off talking about certain things.
Of course it does.
And you do end up self-censoring just because you don't want to be deported.
Right.
Have your life turned upside down.
Right.
Whereas if you're in, I don't know, America or Taiwan or Hong Kong you can say what you want about
anything.
What country belongs to what. That's not the point of this video. The point is, while we stand right here, we can talk about topics, no matter what it is, we can talk about it.
Right. And it's weird. It's weird because we're not used to it. It's weird because we have to be on edge. Sometimes, guys, I want to tell them this.
Yeah.
I'll be totally upfront with you guys. When we turn off the camera sometimes, we have to talk amongst ourselves. Winston, should we have said that?
Yeah.
Let's cut that out.
Sure.
And that sucks. I always feel really dirty having to do that because everyone deserves to know what our opinions or what we see, right?
Yeah,
we shouldn't have to not be allowed to talk about something.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't like that. I don't like that.
I don't think anyone does. It's not very healthy.
No. And it puts you in a really disturbed mindset.
And it puts you in a bad position as well, because especially having Chinese family.
Right.
We have to watch out because,
there's so many things I can't say.
If I say what I witnessed today, or if I say something that I've, experienced, it might get my wife in trouble, or my father-in-law or mother-in-law in trouble, Right.
I'm particularly worried about Vivi's parents.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things I can't say. It's not that they're bad people or anything, but maybe something that they witnessed or something I saw them around them will get them in trouble, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want that on my conscience.
No, of course not. So it's a sticky situation. It's just interesting to experience this level of having to self-censor.
Right.
And that's also, it's quite annoying when we get comments and requests to talk about things that are incredibly sensitive, like Tibet, right? Or
talk about the social credit score in Xinjiang, how they're locking people up and putting them in labor camps.
Yeah,
we can't talk about that.
Why would we talk about that?
Right.
It's just going to get us deported,
right?
Or get our wives and our families in trouble.
But you understand, from their perspective, it makes no sense to them. Why wouldn't we be able to talk about that?
Yeah, that's because if you grow up or you live in a developed country with freedom of speech and things like that, you can talk about whatever you want. Of course, there are repercussions. Mm-hmm. You can't just say whatever, but you can pretty much talk about everything without fear of being deported and detained.
Right. One last thing I wanted to bring up. This is kind of tied into this, but another thing that we've noticed, we're going to compare China and Taiwan.
Yeah.
I think one thing we have to address is that if you don't know this already, Taiwan is called the Republic of China.
Yes.
Super, super quick history. When they lost the war, the Nationalist Party of China, who ruled all of China, when they lost the war, they ran away to Taiwan, brought all the rich people, all the people in the party, and started their own China, which was still just a continuation of the old China, right?
Yeah.
Now, the comparison that I have to make here is it's not only just self-censorship, it's not only just the Communist Party that says we can't talk about things.
Yeah.
It's also the air. It's the general opinion of Chinese citizens. They've grown up since 1949, if they were in mainland China, to be anti-West, right?
Sure.
They're all the propaganda in school, all the news, all the movies, all the TV shows, everything in media has been anti-West. So
absolutely,
Taiwan has always been allied with America, buys weapons from America, has open tourism, right? They've always been pro-West. So when we walk around here, nobody gives us dirty looks, right?
That's absolutely. That's another thing that makes you feel so much more comfortable is when we're out here filming and doing our thing, people smile, you know.
Right.
People are like, oh, you know, it's just another foreigner or another person, you know. It's not even this whole like, oh, what's this
I don't hear the
foreigner
word
doing?
Waiguoren or Laowai.
I haven't heard that
No,
yet.
no.
And you know, we speak Mandarin, we would have heard it.
And you know what else is cool is when you walk around China, people are like, wow, your Mandarin's so good after you say one word.
Yeah.
Here, I haven't heard that once.
No,
So, you know, people are
it's so
just
good.
talk to you
Yeah.
and you can get stuff done.
Yeah, exactly.
It's weird. But anyway.
Yeah, it is. It's totally weird. So yeah,
course it's
we
weird.
absolutely wanted to just touch on this whole self-censorship thing because you guys have to realize that it's necessary. I think a lot of people might think, oh, you're such a coward
You're a
because
cop-out.
you don't
Right.
talk about this or
Right.
that. Well, if you want us to talk about X, Y, Z, you must realize that we're going to then not be able to talk about anything because we're going to get deported or
something worse.
detained or whatever, and our families could get into trouble and things like that. So what's the point? Just so
Right.
that you can, you know, have your little bit of satisfaction and say, I told you so, or I
Right.
knew they were doing
Right.
that. Come on, you know, we do show you the real China.
That
But-
being said,
yeah.
we do our best
Yeah.
to talk about things, and we cross the line
A lot.
almost 99%, right? We
Yeah.
shouldn't go as far as we do, but we do already.
Yeah.
So please appreciate that.
Yeah. Appreciate the kind of risk that we put ourselves in for bringing you guys informative videos to
Right.
show you what it's like.
I think most people do.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, guys, I guess that's it. This is a sensitive topic. We're gonna wait on releasing this for a while.
Let's sit on this one.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, anything you'd like to tell our subscribers before we sign off?
Whether you enjoy the Republic of China, the People's Republic of China, or any country in the entire world, know that we appreciate you. And today I want you to go in the comment section and talk about, in your nation, do you have to do with self-censorship? Do you have to, control what you say and do? Leave a like if you like the video, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Absolutely, and whether or not you detain people and make them disappear, I think I've said this before. Yeah,
Well,
it's a common
yeah,
topic.
It works.
And whether you love to just talk about everything and, have fun at rallies and placards and things like that, whatever it is you like to do in your spare time, we love you all the same. So until next time, stay awesome.
Close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you feel.
Hey guys, don't forget there's only 1 week left to get one of these ADV China t-shirts. They're pretty special, they're fantastic, they're hand drawn by a subscriber, and he's a fantastic artist, we love them, and we'd love you to have one too.
Join me, Laowai86, on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a 1-hour live stream about how the Chinese government's actually infiltrating the free Western media. See you there.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. And don't forget, we have a new schedule, which means a new ADV China video every single Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Not only that, you can check out a Lao 86 video at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. And don't forget, Friday, just before the weekend, time to crack open a beer. You can watch a Serpents at A video, also 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So don't forget, every week you get 3 videos from us.